Hello guys, welcome to M&D Made Simple. I'm your host, Coach Alexander. I'm so glad that you've joined me in the year 2022. Wow. For those of you who've been on this earth for a very long time, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, well, congratulations, you've reached 2022. So, what does 2022 have for us? There should be plenty of activity. Remember, this is the start of the year. As M&D officer, you should be above your game. So now I'm going to talk about how should you plan your work. Okay, it's very critical that you know how to plan your work. Some of you are on leave right now, but as you are about to go back to the office, you should be able to have an idea of what you should do immediately you reach the office. Now, this is something I always sing about. I always talk to all my friends. Enroll in the 6 months coaching program. It's a wonderful program, and one thing I need to tell you also is that we are currently revising the curriculum for this 6 months coaching program. A group of experts have been brought together to review the curriculum, so it may not be 6 months in the coming years, it might be even 1 year. Okay, so I would like all of you to, anyone who's out there, please enroll in this program. Write to me, I'll send you the application form. We are growing steadily and I want you to be part of this growth. Okay, so now without wasting any more time, let's go straight into business. So how to plan your year as M&D officer. Okay, so the first thing, review the 2022 budget of activities. This is very important. You cannot implement any activity without money. Money is really important. So one of the things that I've seen is that we tend to be too ambitious, but yet the funds are not enough. So please, what you do at this stage, immediately you reach the office, get the strategic plan, get the project document, and go to the section which has the budget. Okay, and in the budget you're going to see what activities have been what activities are there and what money is there. And once you know what available funds are there, then you have a good idea of what activities should be done within the year and how you should plan for them. Then the next thing is to propose activities that should be conducted. So now the funny thing is, I'll give you my own personal experience. When our management or the managers or coordinators are developing a budget, you'll find that the budget will already have activities. Okay, but you see, these activities, especially the M&D activities, they are quite generic. What I mean is that it is broad, it doesn't go into the specifics, and because of that, sometimes you find out that some activities may be omitted when they should actually be appearing. So what you need to do is that you look for activities on that same plan and propose additional activities, but that are fitting in within the same budget. So for example, if for example there is nothing to do with M&D systems audit, okay, so what you need to do is you look at the budget and you say, okay, there's a section that talks about monitoring project activities, okay, and maybe that is worth $10,000. So what you can do is you can say, okay, monitoring of activities, but there has to be an M&D systems audit. So you say, okay, let me propose that this is conducted, and maybe we can get $1,000 of the 10,000. All right, I'm sure you get the point. So propose activities that you feel are not appearing in the budget. Propose realistic targets. Okay, now the target setting is really important, and it's tied to the available funds. So let's say you want to carry out a research, okay, and in that research you need to interview people. Now the question is, do you have the funds to do those interviews. Okay, of course you do, but how many can you interview? So let's say there are 500 people. Your initial target was 500 people, but the budget is not accommodative. So you need to reduce the number of people you may need to interview because the budget is limiting. Then the next stage is to now develop the plan. Okay, so the strategic plan is there, but now you want to develop the plan. Okay, so now the plan should be done in such a way that it speaks to the budget. Okay, so what this essentially means is that you come up with an M&D plan. Okay, an M&D work plan that speaks to the actual budget. Then finally, okay, now of course after you have the M&D plan done, submit it to management, and management will approve or disapprove. Now if they disapprove, they're going to tell you, okay, why they think it is disapproved. So when it comes back to you, make the necessary changes, resubmit to them, and start your implementation. Now there's something I need to tell you, is that management will not always buy into what you want to do, but that shouldn't discourage you. I always tell my M&D, especially the ones I've coached before, I always tell them that don't give up. Try to explain to them why a certain activity is necessary. Use diplomatic language to get your point across, because it's essentially them that are going to feel the impact of not doing things the right way. But try to be persuasive, try to convince them why you feel this is necessary. Okay, so sometimes they'll get back, they submit back the document disapproved, but you can go back to your manager and sit him down or her down and say, okay, I understand you have disapproved this line of thought, but I feel that, or you can actually say, don't you think this approach may help us improve on our implementation? Okay, so you try to be diplomatic, and I'm telling you, they'll try, if they are being, if they're being difficult, but they'll try to adjust. Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoy your weekend, but I also want to mention that in the year 2022, M&D Made Simple will strive to be posting on a daily basis good content. So I'm so happy that you joined me today. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Until we meet again, see you on the other side. Bye.